opinions regarding different business ideas. Now, Berigi Andrew is on standby to give us more of that. Andrew Berigi, thank you for joining us again. What do you have this morning?
Thank you very much, Jerome Paul Sonko. And yes, like I told you, I'll be joining you again on SMB on ground. And today we are discussing why SMEs fear to register, to be certified. Today we are talking about certification. And we are at Chiseka, a very busy place, which of course it's known for spare materials, that's for vehicles and so many other things related to motors. So today we are discussing why do businesses fear to be certified. Today, in this context, when we talk about certification, it's quite a broad perspective. It's a very broad topic because the certification can be in terms by the Uganda National Bureau of Standards regarding quality, but also the certification can be documents to make the business a legal entity so that you can run operations freely without any person interrupting your operations. And of course, we have quite a number of SMEs in the country. Uganda is predominantly full of small and intermediary enterprises. They make up the biggest percentage, and definitely they employ quite a number of people. But it's quite unfortunate that they are not registered, majority are not certified, and there is that fear for certification. And of course, when we talk about micro and medium enterprises, we are talking about businesses which employ about when it's micro, we talk about 5 to 10 people. And of course, they have their net worth is worth about 10 million. Yes, and also their turnover, the entire annual turnover is about 10 million. And when we come to the medium enterprises, we talk about between 10 million and 100 million. That's the turnover, and they employ about more than 10 people to 50, roughly around there. So today we are discussing why do SMEs fear to get certified, and this topic, and we are going to interact with the different individuals in this place. Of course, they have quite a number of businesses they invest in. So are they really registered? I don't know about that. So they are going to tell us about their opinion regarding registration of SMEs in Uganda. And of course, right here with me, I'm going to meet I'm going to interview some gentlemen, and of course they will introduce themselves as we keep the discussion. Why do SMEs fear to be certified? Sebo jebaleko.
Ane jebaleko sebo.
Amanya gogwani sebo.
Bampita Katopol.
Katopol. Mkunsonga yo kuandisa business. Gwe ojogera ko kigwe ngali mu business.
Kisookera ddala abantu abasinga tebamanyi ngeri kije bayinza kuwandiisa mu bizinesi zaabwe. Ekyokubiri temamanyi biki byetaagisa kutandika kuwandiisa bizinesi zaabwe. Kuba ekisooka abasinga bwe batandika bizinesi kyebafaako kyebasooka okukola kusasula guno omusolo gwa bulijjo. Kati sasula KCCA, abasasula kasasiro, abasasula security, abasasula gundi rent waabwe, ngotegeera amalokole ebyo byonna ne batandika okulwaninga business. Kati bino ebijja after ate ku registeringa business kibawo obuzibu lwansonga tebamanyi bagenda tandikirawa, bagenda kulagawa, ani gwe balina okwebuuzaako, era balina kukola ki okuziregisteringa, era bafunamu bate bafunamu ensonga.
Anti kati omanyi ensonga gye bagamba like wafuniramu nti wowe oyagala funa contract nene funa zidiru ezo bagamba gye migaso egiganyulwa mu business okuba nga eri registered. Go okyogerako ki okuba nti osobola ofuna ezo contracts enene wezikyo?
Kati nga business gye tulimu wano ya spare, tutunda spare wano washidi. Kati contract eyo nene ogifuna kiba kirungi, naye process yo kuregisteringa business ofuna contract naye kalobamu obuzibu obuliwo.
Ale sebo niyanziza sebo amanyako gwana
Wagwe Manuel Elinya
okolera wano
oje sebo.
Ensonga yo kuwandisa business ojogera coach.
Ensonga yo kuwandisa business girinamu buzibu kuba as a certified citizen kikuteekeddwako kikola mu nsi Uganda, naye ffe kye tusinga okutya abamu mu kuregisteringa business zaffe nti tutya omusolo ogwo omungi ogwo bagenda tutandika otubalirira engeri gye tufunamu sente zaffe, bandika ogamba nti bakuteeka omusolo omungi okusinziira ku magoba g'ofuna, ate nga n'embaliriro olumu tetugiraba bulungi. Bagamba nti fine omusolo bagusolozezza tukikoze which is okay musolo tugufunye ne kade tulaba biki be bakolamu mu musolo gwe batujjeko enguudo ndibagamba nti kadon lwalina oddukola omusolo twaguwaayo nino oluguudo ntwala emyaka ng'emeka etaano nga bakuwembalira tugeze oluguudo wakati nga nze mbeereyo mu kikajjo namasuba ne babawo oluguudo oddukola ne bagamba nti ba period batuwanga omwaka gumu n'emyezi 2 naye tugenda weza mwaka oluguudo lulaga lulinako erwabadde okitegeera kalinange kimalamu amaanyi nti bizinesi ngenda giregisteringa fine balandiko tusolooza omusolo kweyo bizinesi naye ate ngenda kufuniramu obuwangu bwonsolo maze ogukola ki
Back to Barija Andrew, some network issues in there in regards to that, and he was trying to get public opinion on matters regarding certification of businesses and getting accreditations in that way. Certification which also includes licenses that happen. When you look at the small and medium-sized enterprises, which employs almost the entire informal sector of Uganda, most of these businesses are not formalized. Or why? Because some of them are not part of the certified businesses that are allowed to operate legally, if I'm to use it that way. However, certification gives you a lot of benefits if at all you're a business person. For instance, if at all you're looking for, in certification, you're supposed to have a TIN number, you're supposed to have a certificate that allows you to operate in a different area to show that the business that you're doing is formal and legally recognized. Not only in the financial world, but also legally organized, legally recognized from the officials or security operatives. In that, if at all something wrong happens to your business, you have a way you can go out and report, or you have people you can go out and show out your grievances, and then they have a startup point. With the accreditation. But however, when you look at most of these businesses, some of them have decided to shun away from registrations. Some look at it as scam and something that is not important for their businesses. But speaking of accreditations and having licenses for your businesses, it is normally to legalize your business, as we are striving to ensure that the Ugandan business people are moving into the formal sector of doing businesses, and formalities or formalizing your business starts with getting the licenses, the rightful licenses, and the accreditations that you're supposed to have. That way, you as a business person, you as a business owner, you can easily be seen as a possible business-driven person, or as you can as well be seen or recognized as someone who should do business in a given area or in a given environment. So this is where we are seeing all this coming through, and this is why we are actually having more of that. But Barija Andrew is getting back to give us more of that, and we switch back to him.
Zitambuza bulungi oba kitegeera nako kiba kinzizaamu amaanyi n'okwagala ekintu n'ekikolanga nange njagala oba kitegeera kyekyo kakyo tesaaga kikolebwe eri yenna gwe kikwatako ng'omusolo gwe bamaze okucollectinga twetaaga accountability n'okuba nga kiri smooth as we pay our taxes nabo babeere nga bakola ebyo taxes zirina okukola nabo babikole kyekyo.
Okay, yes, those are the opinions. Of course, these are not opinions of Smart 24, but simply are the people that run the businesses regarding registration. They are expressing their fears. But of course, we know that registering or having a certified business has quite a number of benefits that come with it. And of course, that comes with getting big contracts from the big government agencies, not necessarily government, actually. It could be any other international agency in case they are contracting a business. In most cases, it's very important for them to understand whether that business is actually legally binding. You know, when you have these papers, you are liable to any mistakes that happen. And of course, majority of the people probably have a feeling being responsible for what went wrong during the transaction. So you find that that makes them to get scared to register their businesses. So I'm still getting opinions regarding why do people fear to register their businesses, or what do people think about certifying businesses? Oh, boss Jebaleko. No sonyiwa nkusanze oliku omulamu wa business okuwandiisa gwe okyogerako ki?
Okuwandiisa ka business tekwandibadde kubi naye abantu tebalina ssente. Abantu tebalina ssente.
Kati olaba ki ekiba kikolebwa okulaba nga kyangulira bannayuganda okuba nga batanirwa?
Bannayuganda abantu basooka bafuna emirimu balyoke bawandiisa bizinensi essebo, basooka bafuna emirimu balyoke bafuna bizinensi.
Yes, we are getting the different opinions, and of course, you mentioned something so interesting. People don't have money. Yes, registration of a business, of course, requires some money, and not so many Ugandans can actually afford to pay this money to ensure that they can register their businesses and, of course, run the business. Okay, we're still trying to move around here to meet the different entrepreneurs that do different businesses. You know, this is quite a place that you find quite a lot of young men, and of course they do quite a lot of things. As you can see right there, as you know, it's mainly known for spare parts for different mainly motor vehicles, and of course motorcycles, and so many others. So we have quite a number of people here that are dealing into businesses. Probably they could be small businesses, and we want to get some few opinions about that. Mukama wange jebaleko.
Kale sebo nawe jebali.
Kale sebo. Ensonga yo kuwandisa business ojogera coach.
Okuwandisa business.
Yes sebo. Oyina business?
Nze siina. Mukama wange yayinza waawe awo ensonga. Kubanze simanyi business bwe zitambula nnyo. Kati mukama wange yayinza ensonga ya business eyo.
Nenge ekintu ky'okuwandisa business olina okuba nga wakiwulirako.
Nakiwulirako.
Gwe wakiwulirako kyakolera amakulu.
Ani kati ensonga lwaki gamba ekisobola kuwa nsonga kubanze siina business.
Toyina ssuubi nti ojja tandikayo business maaso.
Asinafuna kirowoozo ekyo.
Kale mukama wange. All right. People have really so interesting. And of course, yes, those are opinions of the different people regarding certification of businesses. But of course, it's very important. Why should you register a business? You know, like I say, there are quite so many advantages that you attain when you register a business. And of course, it makes it so interesting for you to transact and you don't have any problems. And of course, there are many people here. Some are willing to speak, others a little bit scared of the cameras. But of course, as Smart Means Business, we keep driving the business. So we keep doing what we have to do to ensure that the business runs quite very well. As you can see, it's a busy place. It's morning, but quite the customers are flooding the places. And of course, such businesses we see fall under the small and intermediary enterprises. Majority of them, of course, have that turnover of about 100. Let me get
Now, due to your technicalities, I think we've lost Barija Andrew today, but you've got some people in regards to how they're moving on further with the issue to do with the certifications, what they say, why is it necessary, or why they believe it should not be considered. That and more is what the Ugandans have been sharing this morning. So this is from the SMB-ON ground. And of course, for all of you that have been part of our Smart Means Business today, thank you very much. It has been an amazing time with you today morning, as we've got some quite discussions today. From our topic of discussion, we've looked at the issue to do with financial inclusion and financial services from the Bank of Uganda's perspective. Then we had the coffee court this time around. It was talking about the state of the economy on on Kampala traders and how most of them are living with the high taxes that have actually affected their driving of business, and most of them have actually now opted to doing business on the outskirts of the city. And then also we switched to when you look at the international updates, we had something from the Ghana and International Monetary Fund report, and then the United States inflation, which has started to ease as petrol prices continue to decline in there. Now also the United States has seen President Joe Biden sign into law the CHIPS, that is the CHIPS Act, and clearly it's now coming into law, the CHIPS bill rather. Now also we looked with the SMB news recap, we had something from the Computer Misuse Amendment Act, then the Bank of Ugandan Financial Inclusion and Literacy, and the report regarding the renewal of national IDs, and then also requirements for small and medium-sized enterprises certification. That is where our public opinion comes in from the SMB on ground. And with this, I'm definitely going to be saying goodbye and blessing you with a day that looks to have a lot of potential for business people to conquer and create opportunities that will create more money for them and see the expansion of their businesses. Go out there, ensure that you have a blessed one, and may God see you through as well. Have a blessed day. Good morning. I leave you with the SMB No Comment. After that, it will be Financial Markets with Anthony Sebale. Then later on will be Yugi Tukole with Fred Makubia. And then Naomi Mutumba comes in with Skill Up, and Jen Kolila with Hassan Nduga. I'll be back in the night with Business Today. Stick around with Smart 24 TV as we continue to drive your business. Coming to you live from Plot 42, Nile Avenue. I'm Joram Paul Sonko.